Well, finally, despite burying their head in the sand, Ubisoft is looking for a buyer, and it looks like they're going to sell to Tencent. Obviously, people are mourning the loss of Ubisoft given this news. Tencent's not really known for putting, effort into their video games. They kind of just shill out really crappy mobile ports of IPs that people don't care about, and they make fucking dirty money in the Chinese and American markets because consumers are fucking idiotic. Although Ubisoft titles have been ported to the mobile devices, and although they were really crappy, at least we got decent games at the very least. Like, playing an Ubisoft game is doable. Like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was actually, in my opinion, a really fun game. It just wasn't an Assassin's Creed game. And that goes for a game like X Defiant. Sure, X Defiant really isn't that unique, it really isn't that popular, but at least it was a fun game. But with this purchase, you can kind of wave that goodbye. It is a shame that those kind of decent games would be completely gone, but let's be real. Nobody is mourning the death of Ubisoft because they liked Ubisoft's games. They're mourning the death of Ubisoft because of what Ubisoft was, not what it is. At the end of the day, I think this Tencent purchase is actually going to be a good thing. In my opinion, at least, I think Tencent's going to sell off a lot of the IPs that aren't really viable for the mobile device, or that they don't think is viable for the mobile device, and give it to other studios that are actually willing to, I don't know, put some effort into the game. I'm really hoping we see Haze make an appearance. I mean, fuck it, dude. I mean, we might as well sell off Haze. Bring Haze to the mobile device. Tencent saves fucking Ubisoft with Haze. That's what I need in my life. Obviously, Haze is fucking dead in the water, but I do think that a game like Crew is going to be sold off. I think that IP for sure is no longer going to be in the hands of Ubisoft if this purchase happens. And I mean, maybe a couple others. Like, I think they own Rayman and like Brawlhalla. Maybe they end up selling those games off or whatever. I'm really praying that they opt to sell Splinter Cell, as I'm not sure where that game would fit in their library of mobile games. And oh my god, I just want a new Splinter Cell game that isn't made by Ubisoft, for the love of God. So many other studios can do it so much better. I don't think this purchase is actually going to change as much as people think. Like, at the end of the day, Ubisoft is a money-hungry company who's been releasing terrible games. I mean, the best case scenario for Ubisoft staff members is that Ubisoft still retains a decent portion of the company, and that would allow them to at least still have some say over the games they make. And in that case, I really don't think it's going to change all that much. Ubisoft, again, is just going to keep releasing mediocre products. Even in the case where they retain a 50-50 split, I still think they sell Splinter Cell or some other lower performing IPs, and I don't think they're going to be taking as many gambles like they did with Star Wars Outlaws. Simple fact is, this acquisition changes absolutely fucking nothing, and if you thought it was going to change something, it's really not going to. I mean, the best case scenario is that Ubisoft really does get their shit together and releases some good games, which seems unlikely. There's one other thing that I really do want to talk about. What is with American studios and selling out to these Chinese companies? I mean, I know it's money, don't get me wrong, but something's gotta give. I mean, so many American studios are selling out to these Chinese corporations that have so much fucking money. And we always see those companies start to fall off a fucking cliff because Chinese companies know how valuable mobile games are. The Western audience simply does not give a flying fuck about mobile games, and the people that do, I mean, I'd assume that 50% probably don't spend money on them. I really hope that people do start pushing back against these fucking stupid ass mobile games, because they are really bad for the industry. They set a precedent that you can put very little effort into a game and make millions on top of millions, maybe even billions of dollars. Just look at COD Mobile, for instance. I mean, COD on PC has been getting ripped apart every single year for being mediocre, yet they don't really give a flying fuck because Call of Duty Mobile by itself is going to keep the lights on. Actually, there is one more thing. If you are a person out there that actively buys things on mobile games and you're playing these mobile games, you're enjoying these mobile games, I really want to know why. What about these mobile games that you can't get from a PC game? Because from my point of view, PC games just absolutely fucking destroy mobile games in every way, shape, or form. I understand that most of this profit is coming from China, but that is also another question. What about these mobile games is so enticing to the Chinese market? It truly pisses me off that the Chinese market can spend so much money on a mobile game, which is actively hindering my experience playing the game I want to play. At the end of the day, it must be gambling, right? Because most mobile games make their money off of enticing you through fucking shitty ass mobile ads, and then also through gambling, because you go in, they give you really egregious gambling techniques, and you buy in. I don't care where you live, I don't care what government you are ruled under, but the simple fact is that government is failing you because of predatory microtransactions in your games. The fact that you can go into a video game like GTA 5, literally walk into a fucking casino, gamble all of your fucking money away, lose it, and then buy more to keep gambling is fucking nuts to me. And there is a direct reward for gambling in the video game. So it's clearly gambling. You're spending real world money in a fucking virtual casino. I'm not sure how the fuck kids are allowed to walk into GTA 5 and just gamble. It breaks my fucking brain every single time I see it, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. I just don't understand it. I will never understand it. So yeah, that's basically it. Ubisoft's getting purchased by Tencent apparently. That deal's not official. It could still change. And yeah, welcome to the news. I mean, you're allowed to gamble in games. Tencent's ruining Ubisoft even more. I love the gaming industry so fucking much. It's so hard to be really positive about the industry right now. I mean, we have nothing but terrible things happening. Bethesda is literally on fire. Ubisoft is selling themselves to the fucking devil. It's just, there's no good news right now. I mean, you have to really deep into the news in order to find something positive. Nintendo is falsely copyright striking YouTubers. The shit just goes on and on. Nintendo suing Palworld. Like, there is so much shit happening, and none of it is positive. So yeah, I'm still looking for a scriptwriter at this point, so if you're interested in that, that is in the link in description below to my Twitter. If you're interested in any other roles, you can DM me, like an editor. I'm looking for that if anybody's interested as well. I'm definitely looking for a bunch of different things, so if anybody's interested, go to my Twitter, DM me, and I will definitely reach out to you. That'll do it for me. Very short video. I don't want to keep dragging on this fucking video as I kind of got off topic, but fuck Ubisoft. Don't buy Ubisoft games. It's really not that hard. I fucking hate Ubisoft anyway. Also, I'm going to leave you with just one more note for the long run.
We ended up blending strong action, great gunplay, movement, unique character abilities with this concept of mid-match strategy you might find in fighting games and even pre-match strategy that you might find in deck building games.